Did you know that most of your fat-burning hormones are activated during a process during sleep called delta sleep? That's true. You actually burn more fat getting delta sleep than you do at the gym. I see so many people doing crazy things trying to burn belly fat, taking dangerous supplements, doing fad diets, doing extreme workouts, when in reality, if you just did a few of these things before bed, you're gonna burn a ton of belly fat. The goal is to achieve enough deep delta sleep. During delta sleep, your body ramps up fat burning production. And I'm gonna share with you 5 simple things to do before bed to get deep delta sleep. The first step here in your protocol is to have banana tea at night before bed. What is banana tea? Banana tea is like nature's NyQuil. It turns out that the peel of the banana has more micronutrients, magnesium, potassium, and other really important micronutrients that help you feel relaxed than the actual banana itself. Now, what you're gonna do is grab a whole organic banana. You're going to leave the peel on the banana, but cut off the ends, and then you're gonna put that banana into a pot of water. Maybe put 2 cups of water and boil it. You wanna boil that water for about 4 minutes until the peel starts to turn brown a little bit. At that point, what you're gonna do is turn off the stove and pour that water, not the banana, but just the banana tea, the water, into a cup. You're going to sip that at night. What that's gonna do, it's going to help your body get into a relaxed parasympathetic state to prepare you for good, amazing fat burning delta sleep. If you're somebody like me who has a lot of racing thoughts at night, it also helps calm the brain as well. So your first step is to make that banana tea, drink it every night. The second step here is no food at least 3 hours before bed. The closer you eat to bed, the less deep fat burning sleep you'll get and the more inflammation you'll cause in your body. This is one of the biggest fat loss mistakes people make. They eat too close to bedtime. When you consume energy, food, before bed, but then you're not active to use that energy, your body starts storing that as fat, and it actually causes more belly fat to pack on your body. Another thing that happens here is when you eat before bed, it raises your core body temperature. And that is not good if you want to get deep delta sleep. Your body temperature actually needs to drop in order to achieve that fat burning deep sleep. Another thing that happens when you eat before bed and then lie down, you're going to increase the acid that rises in your esophagus that could actually lead to acid reflux and other digestive issues. You probably have also noticed when you eat before bed, when you wake up the next morning, you're gonna feel more groggy, more fatigued, more hungry as well. Because when you eat before bed, you're not gonna get great sleep. And when you don't get great sleep the next morning, you're gonna have higher levels of the hunger hormone, ghrelin, which tells you to go eat more food, less levels of the satiety fat burning hormone, leptin, and you're gonna have higher levels of cortisol, which raises glucose and raises the fat storage hormone, insulin. This is a disaster if you're trying to burn belly fat. So the 3-hour rule works well here. If you give yourself at least 3 hours of digestion before you go to bed, it's gonna allow your body to lower its body temperature, finish the digestive process, and get into deep fat burning sleep. So if you go to bed at 11 p.m. each night, the kitchen should be closed by 8 p.m. That gives you 3 good hours. Now, if you really want to speed up fat loss, especially when it comes to belly fat, give yourself even more time of fasting before bed. There's also a special time between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. called money time sleep window. It's been said that 1 hour of sleep within that time frame, 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., is equivalent to 2 hours of sleep outside of that window as it pertains to this deep delta fat burning sleep that we want to achieve. So if you can get to bed by 10 p.m. with at least no food for 3 hours before that, you're really going to tap into belly fat. The third step here in your protocol is to take this really important nutrient that is essential for deep fat burning sleep. This nutrient is responsible for over 300 enzymatic activities inside of your body, and most people are deficient in this nutrient. I'm referring to magnesium. Magnesium balances the stress in your life. Magnesium helps you achieve deep delta fat burning sleep. Magnesium helps you wake up feeling restored and refreshed from your sleep. But it has to be the right kind of magnesium. A lot of the magnesium out there just doesn't do the trick, and there's different types of magnesium: glycinate, threonate, orotate. I like using a magnesium that has 7 different spectrums, different types of magnesium, to get all the benefits of each of them. I personally use the one from Biooptimizers called Magnesium Breakthrough, and I'll drop a link and a coupon code for them down below. The goal is to consume about 400 to 600 milligrams of a high quality magnesium right before bed. So if it's the BIOPtimizers Mag Breakthrough, you would just take 2 capsules before bed. That will help you increase that deep delta sleep that we want to hit. The 4th step here in your protocol is to make sure your bedroom is cold and dark. As I mentioned, in order to enter that deep fat-burning delta sleep, your body temperature needs to drop. So studies suggest that if you change your thermostat to adjust it to anywhere between 62 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, that's where you're going to achieve the most deep delta fat-burning sleep. And the reason I say a dark bedroom is because artificial light is a factor here as well. When you have artificial light in your bedroom from light bulbs or the alarm clock or your cell phone or computer, it's actually going to prevent you from getting good restorative fat burning sleep. So what you want to do is make your room as dark as possible, turn it into a sleep cave. That's going to really maximize your body's ability to enter that delta sleep at night. And the 5th step here in your protocol is to wear a sleep mask and to do mouth taping. Okay, let's unpack those real quick. Now, we just discussed the importance of mitigating light exposure, and the sleep mask will for sure prevent light from going into your eyes. But the reason I recommend the sleep mask is actually for a different reason. What happens is this: when you put a sleep mask on your face and you have a light pressure to your eyes and to your face from the sleep mask, it actually activates your parasympathetic nervous system. And that is the part of your nervous system branch that helps you feel relaxed, it helps you detoxify, and it helps you get ready for a nice night of deep sleep. The light pressure from the sleep mask signals to your body that you're safe and protected, and it allows you to achieve this amazing process. So I personally use the one from Boncharge called the Manta Sleep Mask. You can see I have it on here. Maybe I should have done the whole video like this. And this is the one I use. It's really comfortable. I even take it with me when I travel, and I'll drop a link for this sleep mask down below. But really, any really good sleep mask will achieve that result for you. And the next thing I mentioned is to mouth tape. I know it sounds weird and it looks pretty weird. My fiance makes fun of me all the time. But when you are breathing through your mouth at night, which most people do, that actually prevents you from getting good deep sleep, and it lowers levels of a molecule, a really important molecule in your body called nitric oxide. The goal is to breathe through your nose. And for some of you, you could easily just consciously tell yourself, breathe through your nose at night, and you could achieve that. But for most of you, like me, I actually have to have a stimulus, like a mouth tape, to put over my mouth, which will force me to breathe through my nose. So I use this adhesive here. It's a mouth tape from Somnifix, and I simply, right before bed, I put on the sleep mask, and then I put on this piece of mouth tape. So it's really simple. I just peel this off and put this over my mouth, just like this. And when I wake up, I take it off. And this forces me to breathe through my nostrils, which helps me get more delta sleep and helps my body produce more nitric oxide, which helps lower blood pressure and lower inflammation. It might feel weird at first, and you might feel a little claustrophobic, so maybe just do it for like 30 minutes the first night, take it off, and then kind of increase from there. You could get your hands on the one I use, Somnifix, by clicking the link in the notes down below. And here's a bonus tip for you here. Don't guess, test. I mean, you could implement what I'm gonna share here and it's gonna work, but how can you gauge how much delta deep sleep you're getting? And let's unpack that, because I've been mentioning delta deep sleep and you're wondering, like, what the heck does that even mean? Well, your body essentially has 3 different sleep cycles at night that you go through. You have light sleep, which is not, I mean, there's some benefits, but not tremendous amount of benefits. Then there's REM sleep, REM. REM stands for rapid eye movement. This is the part of sleep that happens during the second half of sleep that helps with memory. It helps to process short-term memory for long-term memory. But the 3rd sleep cycle, as it pertains to what you want to achieve, burning belly fat, is deep delta sleep. This is where you want to really get enough deep delta sleep where your body activates those fat-burning hormones, you tap into visceral belly fat, and you wake up feeling refreshed. Deep delta sleep, the goal here is to get 90 minutes, an hour and a half at the minimum of deep delta sleep. And I can tell you this, I track my deep delta sleep every single night, religiously. And following the tips I just shared with you, I've been able to increase my deep delta sleep to over 2 hours every night. And that's how I've been able to stay lean, burn fat, wake up feeling refreshed. So there's different ways to test your sleep. I personally use this ring called the Oura Ring, which tracks all the stages of sleep, total sleep as well, calories, steps, and other metrics like heart rate variability. I love it. I've been using mine for almost 6 years now, and I'll drop a link for you to get an Oura Ring down below. But then there's also Fitbits and Apple Watches and Whoop bands. So just get a metric, use that as the gauge, implement the tips, and you could see how your deep sleep improves and how the belly fat melts off and it'll happen the first night you follow these tips. If you enjoyed this video, you're gonna love a recent video I just published on 3 easy ways to burn stubborn fat in less than a week. And this works so well and so easy, you're gonna get results in the next few days, in less than a week. The best part, it's not restrictive, you're not relying on willpower, you don't have to count a single calorie, and you're not even going to cut calories because we're gonna focus on something else.